Good morning, Franz. I have the wrong file up. That's okay. How you doing? Fantasy was early and first today, followed by Neff. Take your meds. Roman. Good morning. And then Cora. Good morning. Thank you for the hydrate and the extra headache. I have a headache today. I woke up late. Followed by Necromancer. This is not the other file today. Yeah, really. I wasn't working on that one yesterday, but now you're making me paranoid. No, I don't know. It's supposed to have clothes on it. I have a tendency to just draw things without clothes and then put them on afterwards, because, yeah. You're a stress ball because of some contract stuff with your apartment. Well, I hope it works out for you. I'm looking at that emote that Roman posted, and I just see the word crump. I don't know why it's funny. Anyways, I woke up at 8:53. And I'm like, well, stream starts at 9, so I might as well launch it early. Oh no, the clothes fell off. How did that happen? Yeah. So you got to see naked Nameless. Unfortunately, I don't look that good. Anyways, I was looking at fabrics last night. But first, we're going to look at Ezreal's commission. We're like on the very, very home stretch here. Like, I'm painting the wood in the upper wheel light kind of home stretch. This hand still needs a little bit of work, and we've got flowers. And that's in the curtains. Playing with those. Oh my god, how pretty! I know, right? Who could this pretty woman possibly be? And Roman is streaking! Oh, 25 stream streak. Congratulations on your level up, Roman. Thank you for the hydrate. My coffee's a little too hot to sip right now. But I do have a gourd, I just realized. With a bell on it. My other gourds should be arriving in the next couple of days. And then I will have all of my gourds. Gonna have our medicine here. Gotta take our maracas, everybody. I'm sorry this took longer than I thought it was gonna take, Ezreal. There's the maraca time. I'm enjoying drinking out of my gourd. I can't wait to have all 3 gourds and like all 4 of my pouches and everything. How's everyone doing? I'm a little bit tired and I have a headache today. Should probably take something for that. Stares at Advil. Yeah. Could take at least one. It's one of those days, but I was awake most of the night poking around at this. So I had to make some changes to the position of the hand, but we're now in the final stages of hand. I repainted this curtain as well. The antlers are mostly done, need some touch-ups. And then it's just the flowers. Oh, so many flowers. And apparently writing that goes with those flowers. How are you today, Ezreal? I hope it's okay with your friend Fenrir that, just okay? That I'm part of the Blood and Gold mercenaries and not the Copper mercenaries. He told me he was part of the Copper mercenaries. I know there was a fractioning in their camp as well, so... the mercenaries. I hope it's okay. I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable. I'd feel bad about that. I don't know why I put on that accent. Oh, there's Spirit City back there. Look at that. That's where your sound effects are coming from. We likely won't beat you up about it. Look, my plan is to bring my phone bread this year. And, since, with my character, Demora men do not fight. My plan is to be a water carrier for the group. And, if I get approached by anybody, I plan to, like, just screech and throw the bread at them. And then once I'm out of quote-unquote weaponry, I just cower or run away like a freak. And by run away, I mean hobble off because my knee is really bad. Bread is pain, don't you know? Did all of those miss me? I think they all missed me. Thank you for the hydrates. I'm slowly getting to the coffee. It's a little bit annoying that the one spot where there's a chip out of my cup is exactly where I put my face. What a terrible pun, thank you. Yes. You're welcome. The anguish sustains me. I am a demon after all. Azrael is streaking. 7 stream streak. Congratulations on your 7 levels. I know some people are getting close to the big 100. And we're just waiting for them. I have a knot in my shoulder. Will you paint my good friend after all? Mm-hmm. I really, really, really hope that the print turns out well. Like, I'm always so scared because I've always had the world's shittiest printers. So every time I got something printed, it would look awful. And before I had even remotely decent printers, I had the world's shittiest monitors on my computers because I've always had laptops. At least I've had laptops since 2005. And none of the monitors were true colors, so I'm just like, I'm so scared. But I'm pulling the colors directly from the photos so that there's, like, if the photo prints that way, then so should the painting. I'm gonna get beaten up. I'm scared. Don't beat up your little borders. But yes, we've got wood to paint. So there, wood. I didn't want to just leave this kind of open, you know? Plus the wheel well is like only this wide. Something. It's kind of a neat chandelier, to be honest. Hello? Zoom in, please. Well, I mean, acorns and oak leaves are still a thing. It doesn't have to be a flower. Technically an acorn is a seed, and therefore it falls under the flower category. I'll change the post to include leaves if a flower absolutely, like, there isn't a single flower on this planet in existence that suits your character. I'm asking people for flowers that suit their characters on our camp Discord, Ezreal, just so you know. And for the other people who also don't know. And we're called Wisterium officially. We ran a vote. We did the democracies, and we were gonna be called Wisterium in some fashion either way, because people voted for Wisterium and Sanctuary of Wisterium. I am deeply honored that people liked the name that much that they're like, we'll put up a variant as an option, and people are like, yes, but still that one. So we're called Wisterium now, and I am very honored. It is the name that I suggested as a name for Dendronia when they were taking votes for Dendronia. There's a bit of darker wood here, but it wasn't accepted. But they had a tree theme going, so I drew a goose, secret goose. Only you guys know that this goose is here. I'm gonna attempt to make some food. Okay. Enjoy your nouns. Yeah, we're painting wood grain today. That's what I have decided. Good luck and don't poison or burn yourself. Is this a concern with you, Ezreal? Do you want me to call you Mez or Ezreal? Because I know on Discord your name is Mezreal. It's up to you. I never really asked. Your name is easy enough to say. Hopefully I'm saying it right, even though it should be pretty straightforward. Don't mind either way. They did say attempt. Fair enough. It's comfort food since right now I'm shivering. Spaghetti and meat sauce. Fantasy, you gotta put yourself in a little bit more danger to get used to it. Look at that wood come to life. don't know what this dangly thing is in there, but I'm just gonna leave it out. Well, you shouldn't see anything past this first red border. Still gonna print it in case the printer shifts the paper. Or paint it. Right. Wood. Sorry, it's gonna be a quiet day. Hopefully I'll make it the whole stream this time. My brain won't be like, herder, I'm gonna shut down now. Unlike yesterday where it's just like, fuck you. I want to use this brush. Maybe not that dark. don't know what I'm doing. Kind of know what I'm doing, but still. I hate how it feels off center. How is everybody doing? Got real quiet again. Hey Dwarf, how's it going? Surviving for now. Hydrate and a posture check. Everybody on stream tonight, Spines. It's been so long since I've seen you. How you doing, Frond? A little stretch, a little wiggy baking for it. Like seaweed in the ocean, good and just we go. Make sure to get those sides stretched out. We're doing a commission for like the second week in a row because I'm slow. Also, I have to have my lights on in my room. It's so dark today. We're having an ice storm. We're supposed to get 10 to 15 millimeters of rain. Ice accumulation, and I'm just like, oh, God. At least it's not January, because ice storms in January like this usually mean power outages and weeks of said power outages, because it just doesn't go away. Going good. Been playing Sea of Thieves and a lot. Started a fresh playthrough of Skyrim. Wow. Decided to go Imperials instead of Stormcloaks for once. I've never done either. I just ignored both of them, and I'm like, let's do other things. Like, collect the world's supply of sweet rolls and throw them into one of the closets in my house. Because you place stuff in your house, and then it gets moved by the game. I hate that. So I just have a room that's basically a ball pit of sweet rolls. Sorry, just looking out the window. I'm so tired. I hope my headache goes away soon. I was thinking of like co-working or even canceling stream today because my head hurts so much. Anxious optimism. Legend of Zelda vibes, interesting. Nice to meet you, Anxious Optimism. How did you find us? Tell us your story. We like stories here. Welcome to the islands. My name is Seika. I'm a Demora. Yeah, you know me, Necromancer. I usually don't cancel unless there's like a very good reason, like an appointment where I will not be physically present. You've come on a day where I have a headache, so I'm a little bit low energy, anxious. But we're painting a commission for Ezreal of his friend girl, his friend, very, very insistent upon this, his friend for her birthday. Thank you. I did take a headache pill. What is it? An Advil. I'm struggling. A very elegant way to put it. Yes. His friend girl. It's a girl that's a friend, but not a girlfriend. Very insistent upon this. Because he doesn't want any confusion. Just co-working is usually an option around here if I'm not feeling up for being on camera, or I could just turn on the emergency VTuber, the emergency one, which is like the old version of my my new version. Wrong button. Sorry, ignore that. A friend of the female persuasion. And that's something you said. I was just being vague and difficult about it. Yes, exactly. I'm very insistent. But yes, I'm still working on the hand, because hands are really hard. I spent like an hour and a half working on this hand last night, and I think it's finally at a position where I can start doing the actual painting. So as you can see, we're trying to smooth things out. Did I make my model? I didn't make my model, but my friend Sione made my model in like an afternoon. So if I could spell. Oh, I have to do the right. Slash. She's my former roommate. I couldn't afford to live with her anymore, and so we had to separate. We've been living together for 10 years. She owes me another model. I bought her sushi before we left, before we quote unquote separated. And so she owes me a new one, but I haven't given her any information yet, but it's probably going to be very much along the lines of this one. Make a new one with a new design. That is the plan. Or maybe we'll have like kind of a pseudo modern one. But yeah, this one was made in just like an afternoon. It's just a Vroid, but she made her model, and it's really good too. So if you check her out, she doesn't do like modeling or rigging or anything. She's just really good at Vroid. I definitely would never ever use any chance I get to make out with her. No, not at all. Insert, and they were roommates. Yes, we were. I miss living with her. I mean, I'm glad to be at home with my family too. My parents are old, you know. I want to spend as much time with them as possible. But if you're wondering about the outfit, this is her dress for, was it Sturmwacht, or was it the ball, Ezreal? I'm assuming this was at the ball. Either way, she's dressed as her character from the Realms of Mythodia LARP. It was a small player con, actually. Oh. But this is her Mythodia character, right? I have good vibes. Thank you. We are all about vibes. Vibes and throwing cans at my head. Also, I'm Canadian, just so you know. Lots of player cons set all over Mythodia. Okay, so it is Mythodia, but it's a different event. Gans are fun. I am not Canadian. No, you're not. Very British, right? If I recall. God, there's so many nations. There's so many nations in our chat now that I'm just like, I'm worse. Are you sure about that? We did create the Geneva Convention list. Worse English. Hey Ross, how you doing? Yawns and sighs, walking in a room of her flopping in bed. The non-binary human trying to get their nerve to do some phone calls while still in discomfort. I hope you feel better soon. Does it not? I thought it did. You can't, like, hold on. It's Markdown, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. Not all Markdown works on Twitch. Or is it 2? Oh. Nope. Necromancer knew exactly what I was going for there. You didn't conquer a third of the planet's landmass? No, but we made Nazis scared of us. I love making phone calls. Who do you need me to ring up? Oh, if only. I learned to be good at making phone calls because Sai needed a lot of phone calls to doctors. Our Scots did the same. Nice. It's no wonder we're so friendly with the Scots. Oh, thank you. Yes, I do a lot of painting. Hold on, we've got to do the obligatory share the art. Here, the actual art and not the one I shared by accident the other day. This is Cora's cat, Tom. So this was a commission. It was also painted on stream. All of my stream archives are transferred to my YouTube channel by the same name. So if there's anything you want to go back and see, it's all there, except for the one from Monday. Because I had a smut art piece up, and I forgot that I had a smut art piece up, and it was very alarming, and I feel bad. Because I don't want people to see stuff that they don't want or are expecting to see. I don't want people to be uncomfortable, but I do draw smut. I am an incubus, after all. One claymore man and a bagpipe band does wonders for intimidation. This is my island. Oh, you mean Ireland? Aye, it's mine. You saw some stuff. Yeah. Just nameless, naked. yes, I specialize in painting. I can do semi-realism and chibis as well. And a little bit of graphic design. Just a little bit. Actually, I don't need this file open anymore. Wisterium is actually our group name for Mythodia. So, yay, we have a name. Do I have any preferred pronouns? Doesn't matter. I'm good with he, she, they. In reality, I have a uterus. I don't care. It doesn't work anyways. It's probably why I've been a gender-neutral being my whole life. Before I ever knew that there were terms for these things, I knew that I was not quite normal, quote-unquote. A neurospicy is a term that didn't exist until I was well into adulthood. I am old. Canonically, I am 800 plus. I've lost count. My poor cat talking smut over his memorial. He probably likes it. This is the Commissioner for Necromancer's dog. That we have yet to start. But we're doing one of those like royal pet portraits. Let's see. Everybody's favorite witch. Rookie numbers. Imagine being ancient. You realize you're trans before you realize you're trans. Yeah, like, there weren't any words like gender neutral or anything like that when I was a kid. So, like, I never knew how to describe myself, but now there's actually a label that I fit into that's a very specific category. Which is, diamoric toric. So I'm only attracted to, male and male-presenting people, and I'm gender-neutral masculining. The Sexy Witch. Yep. I'm writing a book, and, has witches in it. These are most of the witches. So we'll do the obligatory zoom in on our witches. Yep. It was. Welcome to America, where you're not allowed to be who you are. Land of the free, my ass. There's some games that censor the word hole, so you can't talk about digging a hole in the ground. And I'm just like, why? I've gone through a lot of labels, none of them non-binary trans. What, like, sticky labels? Anyways, we'll scroll across the witches here. I have to fix his name. This one, I should probably make a note. I keep forgetting. That's his official name. I don't know why, but he's my favorite so far of the ones that I've sketched out. Citrus Sunset. Fluid Flux. I haven't heard of that one. What are your preferred pronouns if you have any? Anxious. I'm just gonna save that and close that. But I'm writing a book. It has witches in it. And I've been drawing all of the characters, so these are the witch hunters. It was a very, like, mid-2000s CSI lineup going on here. Where's all the humans? The non-witches. Although some of them might be witches, like, obviously, my one person of color. So yes, that's really easy to hide. We are doing one of our paintings as a memorial for Alex Preddy, and I want to do Renee Good as well. And they're really, like, super high quality, so this is at 100%. They're 11 by 17 prints. So I'm gonna ask, the guys from either Keith Edwards' channel, or the Midas Touch Network, and ask them to deliver the file to the family so that they can have a free memorial print. They just take a really, really, really long time. Like, when I do the pet paintings, they're a guaranteed 6 hours of painting, because I know how long it takes me to paint animals. But people are a lot more difficult, especially like skin. So, like, if somebody wanted me to paint, like, a Sphinx cat or a naked mole rat, I might have to up the price, because skin is such a pain in the ass to paint. The fur is easy. It was taking a while for Bill in New Jersey to go through to restrict ICE. It's called Fight Unlawful Conduct and Keep Individuals and Communities Empowered Act. I love it. I love it. No, fuck ICE Act. Oh, I love it. Applause to whoever came up with that. New Jersey, that's too vulgar. It's not vulgar enough. Not for them. There's America just unfortunately is very sick, and I'd say y'all need a doctor, but you can't afford one. You're too busy burning your money. Just paff. It's like, yes, say, we know. Stop hitting us with the hard things. It tend to be my preferred. Okay. It is a very rare one, yes. Why? Why have you done this? Also, I don't think there's gonna be tea today because my dad's supposed to go visit a friend. Oh, I haven't shown any of the chibis. Let's see. I'm working on this one now. It also has a tent in the background. This was supposed to be a thank you card for people donating stuff to camp. And I started drawing Arios, but I'm really bad at eyes or something. What's wrong? No! Sorry. I have NPC moments if people use certain things. I have to respond. That's Meow Vakeen. He's a tier 3 sub emote. Cora's an insane person. I never thought I would need a tier 3 sub emote, but here we are. People love Meowthkin. Or somehow I was like, mind you, I'm paraphrasing him. Oh, yeah. I'm drawing a Rias, but I'm really bad at drawing eyes for some reason in anime. I don't know what it is. But I'm probably going to start drawing the rest of Wisterium into this picture, so... You know, that's a thing. Again, difficulty with the eyes. Nameless and Lagoon. Nameless is my character. He has no name. He's cursed to have no name. You can only categorize him, and thus he is something that has no name, and therefore nameless. Commission for Necromancer. I'm rather proud of this one. Actually, the skin painting isn't too bad in this one. I thought I was gonna have to go back and fix it. The colors are a little bit off, but I think, I don't know, I think it works. We had the artist moment where I came back from Conquest in August, and before this I was working on this painting, and like, you lost your stylus, can you get a new one? This is Necromancer's beautiful wife as a succubus, so all I had was a reference for her face. I feel like I haven't quite got it right yet. But the rest of the body took a lot of work. I was still figuring out proportions for the longest time, and before Conquest, which is in August, I was struggling. I could not get any of it to work out. I came back from Conquest, and we had the artist moment where I was like, oh, let's, you know, scribble in some light and darkness in the background. And we started painting this smoke, and it all just sort of fell into place. Still feel like the head is the wrong size. Either that, the thighs are too big, but... My anatomy gets better with every picture that I do. Except for anime pictures. But I'm not afraid to admit that, you know, there are some things that I'm not good at as an artist. Last year we participated in Draw Everything June, so every weekday in June they put out a picture from a Dorcas stock on Blue Sky, and you have to draw it, and this is how I improve my anatomy. Over time you can learn. Yep. So, did you lose your stylus in your house, or did you lose your stylus outside of your house, Anxious? Just thought of a stupid thing where if Nameless was, say, in some kind of modern military thing, you call him Nameless, would be an issue. So his call sign would just be November Lima. Yeah, well, it's an alternative to Nameless. So... it doesn't qualify as a name because it's a call sign. It's not a stupid cringe idea. It's actually fascinating. I like to take my characters and pull them out of the time that they live in and then, like, do outfits and stuff for them because I like fashion design. Although Nameless being in the military, it'd be kind of useless. Oh, I didn't show, Reginald. It's Reginald! I lost it inside. Well, if you lost it inside, it has to be there. That's the thing. The only reason I have an extra stylus for my tablet is because I thought the stylus was broken. But it turns out that the computer, the drivers were wrong, and even though I installed the drivers, it was doing something weird and it just would not work. So I didn't draw for a really long time because I couldn't. So even when I bought a new stylus for the Wacom, which an Intuos 4 stylus at that time was still like $90. I was like, oh. So now I have 3 Wacom styluses because my roommate gave me her old Intuos 4 when she upgraded to a Cintiq, and I already had one. And she's like, oh, you can just give this one to your brother or something. So I did that, and he still hasn't drawn anything. And then I moved home, so now I have access to 2 of them. It's like, if whatever breaks. And I think a tablet from 2009 still works, and that's what's shocking to me. Also, one of the things we were doing here last June were practice paintings. So these are, I pick a picture and I paint it side by side, except unlike the commissions where I pull the color directly from the photo sample, on the practice pieces I have to select the color only from the color wheel. And so you would be surprised to know that all of this green, none of it is actually green. Mimics old person voice. They don't build them like they used to. But yeah, all of this green is in fact yellow. We learned color theory that day. And everyone's favorite leg. Deadass, my crappy laptop from 2015 still works rather well. I mean, besides chugging along Windows 7. I'm going to use it as subject for Linux. Subject number 1 for Linux experimenting. You'll probably find that the laptop actually runs faster after installing Linux because Microsoft actually adds in things that forces your computer to slow down so that you'll buy more new computer parts. Cora, are you red-green colorblind? It was always yellow for you. You're red-green colorblind, aren't you? Microsoft added one more reason to hate them, yeah. Anyways, these eggs are about 8 months apart in practice, so you can tell that practice actually does have an effect in before people tell me to draw another egg. What else have we got? There's a piece of land that I want to buy, and I want to build a town on it. A little hotel, town, campground thing. These trees are now, like, as tall as this building. But if I turn off the building, the remnants of the building that are there, it's an old military base, so this is an old radar tower. It used to have the big dome on top. There used to be a second one, but I think it fell down. I only see light reds and greens that I can't see. Okay. there it is. There's Necroman. Isn't it about time we draw another egg? But yes, I'm gonna buy an abandoned military base in Canada and turn it into a LARP/campground. What else have we got? Oh yeah, the picture of Reginald is being painted as a display. More egg! Yep. There it is. Everybody loves egg. Eggs are delicious. I don't think there's much else. There's just like early stream. This was banana. It came after egg 1.0. Rare fan art for Mo Daozushi, or Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation, or Grandmaster Diabolism, depending on where in the world you live. But it's Wei Wuxian is the guy in black, and Lan Waizi in white. And I saw this picture of a bee, and I immediately thought of them as little fairies. And Wei Wuxian falling asleep in a flower. His BGM, because fandom brain rot. It's wonderful. And we're working on other commissions too. So this is Luna and Starlene. I was asked to make a character that's more of a cowboy Van Helsing, but still Victorian Renaissance. And I'm struggling. Struggling so hard. It's been a year. They're like, take your time. And I'm like, are you sure about that? I can take a very long time if you don't give me a time limit. So, here we are. They've been waiting a year, but they said they were still gonna pay me, so... brain rot and keeping my distance from a lot of less than ideal media that others have fallen into. And I want to tell them to stop, but I can't explain to them why to stop or why to avoid that. It's because it literally rots your brain. It's bad for your brain. Just don't. I'm gonna work on these curtain ties. I don't think there's really too much I need to do them other than change the color. And I'm gonna make them kind of a golden color. So it kind of disappeared. I just need to paint them as rope. How does it rot your brain? These are the same people who are like, oh, you know, leave it in God's hands, right? Or in the case of my other brother and sister-in-law, they don't see a reason to restrict what their son sees. I mean, I was never restricted on the things I saw, and there's nothing really wrong with me. The real brain rot is AI, yeah. As long as you're teaching him critical thinking, there's nothing wrong with these things. The problem is critical thinking is not a skill that's taught. You have to teach critical thinking along with allowing them to see pretty much whatever they want. See, like, you know, I saw Alien when I was like 6 or 7, and that didn't bother me. I accidentally saw the sex scene from Terminator when I was like 4 or 5. But that didn't affect me in any way. I was like, oh, what are they doing? Gross. You know? Like, people think that we have to protect children, but we don't have to either. Yeah, because I saw Full Metal Jacket when you were at your grandmother's house. Well, I've never seen Full Metal Jacket. Not once. Will I ever watch it? No, probably not. Am I interested in it? No. There's plenty of things that I've never seen and will not see. Oh. Good luck. But yeah, like, I saw some scary movies when I was a kid. But I also spent most of my childhood watching the Cosmos series with Carl Sagan. And I loved that show. I still love Cosmos with Carl Sagan. It's so good. Even today, even if some of the science needs updating. Because, well, that was the most up-to-date knowledge that they had. Things have changed. We have become more knowledgeable, and that is good. I have to fix this curtain. This is really bothering me right here. Joanna! My smut witch friend. Everybody, this is the smut witch. This is the reason you accidentally got blasted. with the smut the other day. I was sharing smut with her, and I forgot to take it down before I started stream. So when I closed a file that I had open, it popped up. The bad influence? Yep. Although I have to say, I think my stuff might be a little bit more explicit than yours. Yours is still tasteful. Mine... Well, no, I guess not. That one piece was not as explicit as some of my other ones, but... Up for debate, yeah. Blasted. The word dongs was censored. Interesting, we got blasted. Yes. Attack! Oh god, Cora, why? Because you haven't seen the dongs that you draw? That is true. I showed you my my most recent stuff, which is also my most explicit stuff. Only because I started actually drawing smut recently. Before that, it was all written smut. Because I can! Oh! God, just punishment all around. God damn it. We could draw Necromancer's favorite thing, feet. I mean, technically there's a foot in this. It's a very well hidden foot. I do need to put a little bit more work into this spot right down here, but... I think I fixed the curtain problem I was having. The painting today is... I'm struggling. I'm struggling in the focus department. Again, I need to call the pharmacy today and ask them if they have any ADHD meds yet. But they said they were going to be on back order until the end of March. And the feet appear. It's in a shoe, don't worry. But it's still there. Waiting. All them toes. Just lean into the microphone. Hocus pocus, it's time to focus. Oh, that's so really cute. Yeah. It's my ADHD meds are feet are just weird hands. Oh no. The ADHD meds thing is a bit of a problem. Like, I went through my whole life not knowing that I had ADHD. It's like, no wonder I couldn't get a goddamn thing done. And there's something about February. Whenever I run out of my meds in February, there's like this shortage. Don't ruin hands. You ever see those people with like really long toes and they're like almost like fingers? They're like, are you a monkey? Or just maybe they just have Marfan syndrome or something, but only in their feet. Feet are only safe when they're contained within shoes, indeed. Having company while drawing always helps. These guys are very distracting. I'm gonna grab some of this color over here. Am I even on the right? No, I'm not on the right layer. Herder. Oh, I think my dad's getting ready to head out. Maybe I should just merge these down. Yeah. There we go. Now everything's on the same layer again. I've got these parts in shadow. Ah! Why? It's like almost Wilhelm levels of weird there, that one. But in fact, most primates don't have feet but 4 hands. So they're doing handstands everywhere they go. It's impressive. Poor Necromancer, he's just stopped responding. He's just left the chat. He's like, ah, fuck this. I love you, Necromancer. You know I do. All my fronds are precious. Figured I'd leave everyone to get the feet out of their system. Oh, come on, you're American. You measure things in feet. You can't escape them. You're gonna have to switch to metric. I'm eating, so they're out of my system. You're eating feet? It's like Stan Tucci in big trouble. I mean, you are a troll. Don't trolls eat people? You're a half troll, though. It's a fun way to shame people into the metric system. Hell yeah, it is. Reminder to new arrivals, take your meds. Everybody stretch.
Oh, yeah. That feels good.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Feet first. Just. Just trying to paint some shiny golden rope here, and it's just getting worse. It's looking kind of like bread. You're definitely not going to see any of this, because it shouldn't ever... It's not even going to be on the canvas, so I don't even need to paint this. Putting shadows in the wrong place. That's the problem. As a matter of fact, this isn't even on the canvas either, so I don't need to just scribble that out. Away with the gone forever. Wasting my time back there. Stomach, are you okay? It just went wow. Might have heard it. What's happening over in the chat? What, excuse me? I don't eat people. I'm half human after all. It would be semi-cannibalism. I eat people. Well, I suppose more of a specific person. Necromancer. Ooh la la. Nah, I would say that trolls mostly feed off more nutritious animals like boars and goats. Yeah! Everybody agreed on Mysterium's name. I'm very excited. Humans are a treat, am I right, Fantasy? Yeah, that was what you heard. My tummy was just like, brah. It's been doing that for a little while now, actually. I don't know why. I'm not hungry or anything. I don't usually eat anything. Until dinner, so I have a cup of coffee and that's about it. One thing I am going to do, so I stop wasting my time on certain parts of this painting. So I'm gonna grab this and we're gonna go to here and go black. Fit. before what was here was just a mess. So now I can stop accidentally wasting my time past my canvas boundaries. But yes, we did choose the name Wisterium. I mean, it was like from the outset it was gonna be Wisterium or something related to Wisterium. Either way it was gonna be in the name. So I'm excited. It was the name I originally suggested for Dendronia, but they didn't choose it. But I understand why they didn't choose it, because they had a whole like tree theme going on. But we seem to have more of a floral theme. And a lot of our characters are very magic oriented, and pretty much none of us speak any German. So we didn't want a name that was even translated into German, because we don't want people walking into our camp thinking that we speak any semblance of German at all. I mean, maybe in the future we'll have more German-speaking people, but right now we're mostly an English camp. I think you're getting sick. Well, make sure you get lots of rest and soup. Soup is good. Nein Deutsch. Yep. Okay, yeah, that little addition of the rope really helps. It helps sell the curtain a little bit. So let's go do the other one. I have to clean this one up a bit more though. If I've got the brush activated. This has been moved. Must have grabbed it at some point. We'll take a slightly different approach to this version. We're gonna paint the main shadow in first. Paint our highlights in. And I know it's strange that I keep putting so much effort into things that are going to probably be blurred, but I still feel like even blurring it, it will look bad if it's not done properly. And we might not blur it, so if we just do it right the first time. have a special place in your heart for sunflowers? What about Old English? I don't speak Old English. I can kind of read bits of it, but that's more your thing, Cora. Cora and his Old English. Let's see what happens when we start blurring things. We duplicate. Go grab our blur tool. Intensity might be too high. Just want like a vignette around her. See, like, if I hadn't cleaned it up and put in some shadows, you wouldn't really see them that well. It would just be one monotone kind of look, and that wouldn't be good either. And then this is supposed to be blurred a little bit. Too much. Have a lot of the motion. How's that look so far? Have you ever painted with acrylic IRL? I actually don't like acrylic that much. I used to paint exclusively with acrylic. Tube as a hype train level 5? Good for Tube. I'm glad. Send my congratulations to Tube. If Mez is around, please let me know how you liked the blurred background. A little bit of a blurred edge to the dress where it's in most motion. Deaths and streaking! Congratulations on your 10 levels, the 10 stream streak. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. You know, I believe it's important. Time is a limited resource. We only have a certain amount of it. So when you choose to share it with me and with our community here on the islands, I always appreciate it. Oh man, we are so close with this. I just need to do all of the flowers and finish up that hand. This is looking so good. And then I'll need to sign it somewhere. Thank you for the hydrate, Joanna. I'm so proud of this. I think I also still need to fix up a little, like, just at our neckline. Do a little bit of extra around the hair. A couple of little highlights. It's gonna be, like, super fine details at this point. Because, like, the flowers are pretty much done. I just need to make color adjustments. And then we'll be done. Like, we're so close. And we've still got half the stream to go. But before I do too much more painting, I'm gonna wait for Mez to decide whether... I thought I had duplicated the layer. Hold on. I was pretty sure I'd duplicated the layer. Apparently, I had not. How far can I unblur? It looks like I can unblur it all of the way. And now we paste the blurred layer in. Okay. I need to ask Mez whether he wants me to leave it blurred or unblurred. I missed a spot. Right here. And right here. The idea is to bring the focus, as it were, onto our lovely subject. Transformers is a real thing, is an important electrical improvement to our power grids. Random, but yes, transformers are important to our electrical power grids. Yes, before I go any farther with this painting, I'm gonna have to ask Mez whether he wants the blurred or unblurred version. Because I'm not gonna paint on two separate layers. So I guess it's just hangout time now. The Transformers, not so much. No. I don't think they would be an improvement to our electrical grid. As a matter of fact, their energon requirements, I think, would be a detriment to our energy grid. Let's see if I can find the fabric that I wanted to use. We can do some experiments. Where are those being saved? I don't know where they're being saved. That's weird. I know I saved a bunch. Hold on. I gotta go find out where this is being saved. Should be in that folder. Ah. Oh, I found it. Oh, I hate WebP files. Fantasy has booped my snoot. It is the boop snoot, like the droop snoot. But it is the snoot that gets booped. The boop snoot. Okay, so I'm having trouble finding fabrics for things. I was thinking of using this particular fabric for the red part of this wrap. It's jacquard, so it doesn't need to be natural material because it's not right up against my skin, and it's, yeah. Murder. Judas. Cartoon logic. Yep. Also, if energon is highly explosive and they are filled with it, why don't they explode? Cartoon logic. Yep. Well, like, they consume the energon, so it's like eating it. So they have some way to, as they consume the energon, it gets transmitted into something, transformed into something else. Gets transformed into another form of energy. I love doing outfit concepts, yes. So far, I'm looking at, let's grab our white color. Oh wait, I've already got them labeled. So we've got like this little half skirt thing here, and I was gonna go with organza, but I might still do it with silk. I want as many natural materials on me as possible. So all of the under layers are gonna be linen, and they're probably just gonna be natural linen. And the waist wrap, I'm planning to make this color. I would like it to be a darker red, but I can't find a jacquard that I really like that has that color. We're gonna duplicate this. We're going to airbrush, soft airbrush, clear. So yeah, I'm thinking of using just this jacquard fabric for the waist wrap. The little apron thingy. I don't want to give it that nice scalloped edge. I think that'll look pretty nice. Nobody talks about how heavy your belt gets when you gotta carry all your knickknacks on it. Yep. I'm probably gonna end up having 2 belts. So I have these 3 gourds that I'm gonna be carrying with me. This one's 700, and these 2 are 500. And the 700 one is gonna be filled with just plain water, and the light blue one is going to be electrolytes, and the red one's probably going to be alcohol. A chest belt or chest rope? Nope. I don't want anything on my chest. Mostly because when it crosses over my chest, because I don't have a binder, it clearly shows that I am not boy. I'm still debating whether to give this like a... Oh my god. Computer, please. Saving recovery information. Computer. Thank you. I'm still thinking of giving this kind of like a pleated look. Like, I already hate wearing a belt as it is. And I have, like, super hips, right? This is a problem that I have, because, like, even though I'm large, I'm, like... I'm literally, like, hourglass shaped. So I got super hips. It's good for hanging stuff off of. Oh, some of those almost balanced! Hydrating the posture check, everybody on shrimp fin spines. Give yourself a little wave back and forth like seaweed in the ocean currents. Stretch out those sides. Yeah, super hips, good for hanging things off of. My figure is too girly. It's mostly because my ass is so huge. I'm trying to slim it down by walking, but I don't think I'm going for a walk today. Yep, 2 of those cans were nearly a balancing act. It's a shame. I was joking with Callie the other night. Callie is one from the mercenary camp, but I knew her from Dendronia because she was helping out with Dendronia while they established themselves. And I was like, oh, if I wear too much bright red, somebody might pick me up and steal me away. God really was like, you my toughest warrior, here I have this tough battle with a voluptuous body. Yes. Voluptuous is definitely a word for my hips. My hips and thighs. I just want to be small. Not like short small, but just a little bit skinnier. My knees would hurt less. I just want my knees to hurt less. But yes, so we've got our waist tie and our apron thing. I'm also debating what to make this out of. I might even double it so it's 2 pieces, so like the front and the back are the same. So this is doubled on the back. Maybe. But we are gonna have these 2 half skirts. goodness. The embroidery on these is gonna be fun. Because I don't have a machine to embroider stuff, so I have to do it by hand. Which means I should probably order my materials and get started soon, but I still need to, like, make mock-ups. And the reason I don't want to make these out of, like, normal organza is because it's polyester, and most polyester doesn't breathe. As a matter of fact, no polyester breathes. And I don't want to die. God looked at me and said, I gotta unearth this girl. She's running around too much. Here have these humunga bunga dunga breasts. Humunga lunga dunga breasts. Yeah. I'm at least lucky in that department. Mine are nice and small. They're so small. And it's nice. I do not envy women with large yabos, to quote Hocus Pocus. I know people that are like H-cup, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm barely a B. Just get them reduced. You know, just get them reduced. That's an option, you know. I also know people who have gotten breast reductions. On the other hand, I get free drinks. Nice. So maybe I should take advantage of that. Stomach, why? This is something that I've been meaning to do for a while. Well, actually, that isn't there. Because that goes here. The amount of stuff I can hide in my cleavage. I should swallow my pride and buy from the store that accused me from stealing. No! Don't buy from them. Fantasy, you tell me what color you want and I'll have it sent to you myself. Christ. I'm gonna crowdfund your die for conquest for next year. Why? Why are you making those noises? Crikey. It's angry at me today. Absolutely not. As a business, you never accuse that unless you have 100% irrefutable proof. If it's only 99%, you eat the loss. To just accuse customers like that is disgusting. Yep. Spent $415 on linen. Holy Christ, Fantasy. That's a lot of... That's... yeah. What I would do is I would make sure that you have your design set before you buy any fabric. The reason I haven't purchased any fabric at all is because I am still designing and I have not made my mock-ups yet. Because I don't want to buy more than I need, and I also don't want to buy less than I need, because that means I'll just have to buy it all over again because it won't be the right length to cut. The great thing about linen is you can always dye it. The jacquard fabric, on the other hand, can't dye that. I don't like how bright that one is that I've selected, but I also don't have a lot of choice. Yeah, no, Fantasy, don't shop at the place that accused you of stealing. Never. What they did was unacceptable. You even showed them the place where you put the thing back on the shelf, and they still accused you? Like, fuck that. Fuck those guys. Can you repeat what you said to my comment? I had to mute due to a phone call. Wait until you have your design fully down before you buy anything. That's basically what it comes down to. was like, why isn't this, why isn't this working? Because I'm trying to draw with my, with my eraser. Sounds like my dad is still here, which is kind of weird. This is too green. Yes, but the great thing about linen is that you can dye it. That's the other thing that I said. And if it's the wrong strength of color, you can always buy the color remover, the Rit Dye color remover, and literally remove the color from the fabric. It's like a bleach kind of thing, without being actually bleach. It's still very toxic and very smelly. Do it outside. Yeah, you can just re-dye the fabric to any color you might. Yeah, you might just have to re-dye it. And see, like, now I'm not sure about this apron piece that I'm coloring in here right now, because, like, it had the Dendronia logo on it right here, and now I have no logo to put there. Come on, Mia. Color inside the lines, say. Neff has redeemed a streak. Oh, I just stubbed my toe, son of a bitch. Oh, that hurt. Oh. There you go. Streaked. I do have a wage ID. Ida. I'm not sure what you mean by. You mean a vague idea of the blue? It's fine clothing when there's a celebration. The green outfit is every day. Here, thank you for the stretch. For some reason, I read that as Neff giving the stretch. I don't know if I said that out loud, though. My brain is being dumb. My brain is dumb today. My brain has been dumb for like a couple of weeks now because of the lack of meds. Let me find my other fabrics that I was thinking of using. this folder. Mouse, please stop double clicking, otherwise I will annihilate you. See, I'm trying to get that balance of like texture and different fabric qualities. Delete those. You save this one here. What else is it looking at? This one. We save this one. As PNG because the WebP files open up in fucking Paint. And like my colors are supposed to be like turquoise and teal. I tend to draw it in a more blue tone, but there's also... God damn, where is my folder now? Here's the folder. Okay. Copy. Paste. We'll zoom in a bit. I'm looking at this fabric as well for the other apron. And copy this one. You guys will probably like this one. Oh, look at that. If I could find that in the, like, teal color that I'm looking for. Thank you for the Hydrate Fantasy. I have a vague idea that the blue clothes are his fancy clothes and the green ones are his everyday clothes. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, you could do that. There are sometimes fancy events that you can attend at Conquest where you need better clothes for. Hira! 3 streams straight. Thank you for sharing your time with us. As always, you know I appreciate it. Thank you for the lurk. We do have a lurk command, so you can take a nap in the shade. Congratulations on your level up, level 3. Anyway, so I'm looking at some of these fabrics. That red one for, of course, the wrap, and then probably this darker green one for the apron. And then that'll be all I can do with the jacquards because they're, well, not air friendly. This blue one is very beautiful, but there's no way I'm going to wear that much poly. But this one, if I go over here and erase this little segment right here, it does fit the color that I just changed that to. So drag this up here. We'll just try and vaguely get that in there. very messy, but that's alright. It doesn't help that I haven't cleaned up this piece list thing, so it's still jank. There's lines that are too thick all over the place. Oh, that's part of the green. There we go. Just... So that's always an option, is going more towards green. Polyester pretty, good for when it's cold. Not for me! I'm a Canadian. I was walking yesterday and it was like 7 degrees outside and I had my sleeves rolled all the way up and I'm like, it's too hot, man. I was like sweating. But it's definitely not cold at Conquest, Joanna. Yeah, like 7 degrees is t-shirt weather for us. When our average winter temperature is like minus 15 degrees Celsius, it's like... It is at night? Yes, that's what wool is for. Cold AF at night, yes. Again, this is what wool is for. I should make a Ruana for Nameless, too. A Ruana would be nice. I forgot to bring my wool cloak last year, but, like, cloaks are so annoying because they always, like, they pull back on your shoulders and then they start strangling you because, like, if you want your arms free... But Ruanas plus like an extra hood that you just like put over your shoulders and over your head, you know, medieval hood, works very well. But yeah, it does get pretty cold at night at Conquest. People are like, oh, it's summer, so I'll be fine, it'll be warm at night. They always make that mistake. I've been camping enough to know that summer at night is still cold. I understand how the atmosphere works. And of course, Conquest is at a slightly higher elevation, so it does get pretty cold at night. Like, it's not exactly the mountains, but it is, like, the higher elevation regions of Germany. We're not at, like, sea level. So it's a little bit colder, because you're a little bit closer to space. Space! But yeah, I think for colors, that's probably gonna be it. Still not certain about that brocade. Because I would like it to be a darker red, but it's not like I can dye it, because dyeing it would dye the gold's flowers too. And I haven't found one that really has the vibe that I'm looking for. It's a very pretty fabric. There's one with black flowers. But again, it's still like that vibrant, thievable red. So somebody might look at Nameless and go, "You're a cute little demon, let me steal you." And just run off with me. Welcome back, Ross. But yeah, somewhere along the lines, my colors became basically turquoise, gold, and red. Also, like, I made an order for stuff, and the necklace that I kind of want, like as close as I can get, is in that order. And everything else has shipped except for that necklace. And it's been, like, it's been 3 or 4 days now since I put that order in. Neff did the secret boop snoop. It is the boop snoop, like the dope snoop. But it is a snoop, they get spoop, the boop snoop. Oh, I think the storm's finally here. Like, it's been kind of rainy, but it just suddenly got really windy. Everything's going to turn to ice! I need to brush my hair. My ponytail is, like, tangled. It's been driving me crazy. Really, I didn't think it was that windy overnight. Maybe where you are, I guess. You are a good distance from me, not too far, but... Went to get the empty can and the driveway's all slippery. Yeah, my dad's gone out to hang out with his friend today. And, I worry, because he's taking public transit to get there. A bit more open to the wind. Yeah, we're close to the river, but still, like, it's walking distance. But we have to go into the woods to get there. But yeah, I found lots of listings, and I'm probably going to be ordering my fabric from China. Because I have found so many listings for actual natural fiber. So, linen, silk, cotton, and the people who have purchased it have left reviews saying that, yes, this passes the burn test. It is actually silk. And I'm like, what? I can get silk for this cheap? Like, actual, real mulberry silk? Holy shit. There's a boat launch, 30-minute walk from me, 5-minute drive. Yeah, we're not far from Petrie. It's like a 5-minute drive to Petrie. Maybe 7 from where we live. Snickers when the snoot is booped, wishing they were a shapeshifter in general, and having a long snake tail in place of legs to lay on. It's very specific, Ross. I mean, you could always make yourself a big tail that you could just slip your legs into and then wrap yourself up in. It's a long thing of fabric just filled with stuffing. Or just wrap a blanket around your legs. Long blanket, like diagonally, so it sort of tapers down at the end. There you go. There's the solution. True, very true. Also trying to get better at drawing. Too well. Draw the things I want to draw. Well, that's, yep, practice. Just draw. It doesn't have to be right, and it doesn't have to be good. You just have to draw, and draw a lot. The only reason my art got as good as it did in the last year is because I did all of those practices. That is the only reason. The only way you get better is by drawing a lot. And eventually, your brain goes, hey, this little thing is wrong, and you sort of notice it, and then you spend quite a while trying to figure out how to fix it, and then you manage to fix it, and you go, oh, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's what it's supposed to look like. And your brain goes, yay, I've learned the thing. And then you repeat it. and you repeat it, you repeat it, you repeat it until that bit is locked in, and then you move on to the next thing you want to practice. So just how like my egg painting got better and my colors got more accurate, doing the practice where like I forced myself to not choose the color from the photo, but choose the color from the color wheel, taught me a lot about color. My favorite is when you're like a quarter done some art and your relative's like, it's not even good. Well, those people can fuck right off. You'd be like, I'd like to see you do better. You know what that's called, Neff? It's called abuse. They're just abusing you. Just tell them to fuck right off. They can take their not even finished and shove it right up their ass. Ross, you trigger the mod a lot. But yeah, if anybody said it's not even that good, I would tell them to take their it's not even that good and shove it up their ass. First time analyzing a basketball, but it's not even good. Yeah, no shit. Neither were you. Those people are so more harmful than helpful. Yeah, exactly. No one, like, who hurt them? Clearly their parent or someone else close to them that they valued the opinion of. And all they know how to do is hurt other people. Play 3 notes. Get good, then you can play for us. Yeah. Neff, that's called abuse. Get good, but don't practice. How does that work? Yeah. No, it's called abuse. They're people who said that to you, they were just being abusive. They don't even realize it. But yes, it is. It's a form of psychological abuse. So you know what? I say to those people, they can take their opinion and shove it up their ass. But they have to take their heads out of their asses first to shove their opinions up there. They feel discouraged, I tell them to keep at it and they'll get it. Yep. Well, guess what? You should try again. It's never too late. Just like I'm trying really hard to get my body back in order even though my knees are destroyed, it's never too late. Because my knees can only get more destroyed if I stay this weight. And despite the fact that I've been walking like 2.5 kilometers a day, my weight still won't go down below 300. And I'm like, fuck! I just need to fast for like 60 days. But I like food. I don't even eat that much. Anyone can be good at destruction, though. It's easy to destroy, it's difficult to build. And you know what? Only the worthwhile things are the most difficult. So you know what? What's the miracle drug? So you know what, Neff? I encourage you to keep trying. I believe you can do the thing. It's never too late. Why are they... You're not... You don't... Why are you being put on that? Aren't you a skinny dude? Worse, I may ask if I could suggest something. Even then, I may only try being light and somewhat suggest. Although that said, You say a lot of words, Ross. They never figures out how to be fast their own way. Villain, don't mock me, Minion. I don't make fun of those stupid little candies you collect. Minion, that's my anxiety medication, sir. I like collecting those. Yeah, Necromancer's. Oh, so they're trying to put you on GLP-1 to lose weight, but you know what happens as soon as you stop taking the GLP-1? You immediately go back. Immediately, and you gain more. It's so bad. It sounds like they're just trying to shill you a drug you don't need. That really worries me. Like the thing with the other treatment that they offered you where you had to like take like a month off. I recommend doing that one, but not this one. I don't recommend the GLP-1. Gym memberships are cheaper anyways. Yeah, and they don't fuck with your endocrine system. Everybody figures out their own way to be fast. I mean, he is a villain. He's gonna say things that are mean and unhelpful. But yeah, Necromancer, I would recommend trying something else first, like intermittent fasting. That can really help a lot, and it has the same effect. If you want things like fat burning, I would recommend talking to my brother. You two probably get along very well because he's also very, very smart like you. I will put you in contact with Cheese, and he can make some suggestions. He's not a doctor, but he has a special interest in, what's the word? Biochemistry. Thank you, brain, for being dumb. If you can't take metformin for whatever reason, because metformin makes a lot of people sick, there's the other option of taking berberine. I wish we had the money for LARP Town. All our friends would get in shape and live healthy lives. Cheese in the kitchen feeding everyone a balanced diet. Me guiding fitness. Absolutely. But Necromancer would have to leave America, but he'd be able to. He could probably get a job anywhere in Canada if he wanted. I was on metformin. Yeah, metformin, if I take it, I, like, instantly get sick. I can't take metformin, but berberine seems fine. Also, a brisk 10-minute walk, one where, like, you're having trouble speaking, Thank you. I thought you went out. I thought you were going out. No? Not today? You decided not to? Okay, my dad is still here. Wow. A brisk 10-minute walk, you know, the kind where you're like huffing and puffing, kind of brisk, immediately after a meal is better than taking metformin. It's more effective than taking metformin. So every time you have a meal, go for a brisk 10-minute walk, like a power walk, and it's more effective than metformin. And you'll probably find that you'll actually lose weight pretty fast. And I would try that before any GLP-1 or supplement or berberine or anything. I don't do that, and I should. And so maybe I will start doing that. If I start doing my 10-minute walk after I eat, will you do the 10-minute walk? 16:8. I've done that for years, plus I already exercise 3 times a week, and I'm still gaining weight. It's like, because of the meds. Yes, the meds can cause weight gain. You might... Have you tried a longer fast? Have you done like a 3 or 5 day where you're like allowed water and stuff? I'm not sure adding more meds into the whole pool of things is going to help you. It's the kind of meds that you have to take for the rest of your life, though, aren't they? I just worry that they've got you on a lot of things that you probably shouldn't be on. America's very known for their doctors getting lots of kickbacks for prescribing more and more drugs to people, and I always worry about my American friends when they're like, yeah, my doctor put me on this and this and this and this and this. In Canada, we're like, we don't put you on drugs unless you absolutely need to be on them. Not necessarily. The idea is to come off them at some point. Abandoned me right when I need him most. He's gotten so good at being a father. What? Death. After 6 months, they'll reveal reducing back down. Okay. Well, I mean, it is your body. We're just concerned for you. We're just concerned. I can't give medical advice because I'm not a doctor. I worry about America's penchant for, you know, kickbacks to the doctors. I fought it for a while. I don't like cheating. Yeah, Tyler calls it cheating too, but like, if you break your leg real bad and you have to get like a titanium rod put in your leg because it won't heal properly or be as strong as before, is that really cheating? No. If it's the thing that works, is that cheating? No. It's not cheating. Like, if you need to take this thing and it works for you, it's not cheating. It's just what works. It's just a tool. It's more about if you can do something but find shortcuts. Yeah, but in this case, nothing's working for you, right? Assistance isn't cheating, otherwise companies wouldn't spend billions getting every ounce of advantage from their equipment. Exactly. I'm doing everything I think of that I can sustain and nothing has moved the needle. Exactly. In Canada, because I don't have diabetes, I can't actually get like a GLP-1. I basically have to die before they'll give it to me. But one of the things that the GLP-1 does is it's an appetite suppressant too. When life gives you lemons, you have to ask, when did life grow hands and take up lemon farming? But yeah, my friend Tyler, he's also on a GLP-1 and he considers his weight loss cheating, and I don't consider it cheating. As someone who's working very hard to try and lose weight, I just simply can't afford to take a GLP-1, and everything I've done doesn't seem to work, and my life is just getting destroyed because of my weight. And, like, I want to be pretty like Nameless. You know, I would give anything to be like that. But, you know, if the GLP-1 is something that you need to take, then take that. If you want to try one more thing before then, I will put you in contact with Cheese, and he'll tell you about berberine and some things you can try first if you want to try that. Because his biochemistry thing that he really loves. Yeah, in Canada, it can't be prescribed for weight loss, even if you have sleep apnea due to weight gain, which is what I have. I had a really bad night, so my weight was up today. But I find when I get a good night's sleep, my weight goes down. So it's like, it's a positive feedback loop of batshit evil. You know, you don't sleep well, and then you gain weight, and then you don't sleep well, so you gain more weight, which causes you to not sleep well, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Physically taxing video games. That's why we have things like Wii Fit now. You're reminding me of why I want to take courses in fitness training and nutritional health, and maybe even take another crack at chemistry to understand how medications actually affect the body. Why not? Neff, it's never too late to learn something. Ross Riders will be the driving instructor. Yeah, I still need to get the rest of my license. I hate the graduated licensing system in Ontario. Americans have it so easy. They go take one test and they're done. And I'm like, fuck. God damn. Son of a bitch. Been trying to get my license since I was 19. I got distracted and stopped looking at the courses. Do you perhaps have ADHD? As a result of that, we have tons of terrible drivers. We have tons of terrible drivers, and we have the most annoying graduated licensing system ever. You know, driving licenses like candy, because they want people to drive, because America's whole, like, thing is cars. But yeah, if you want to try one more thing that shouldn't affect your medications, but I would ask your doctor, I can introduce you to Cheese and the fasting Discord that he runs. Apparently, it's full of, like, MAGA freaks, though, because they tend to be the, like, fasting and bodybuilder, you know, macros kind of dudes. And he has, like, a separate thread for them to spill all their vitriol, and he's like, you can keep it contained here. It's dumb as a motorcycle license doesn't count as a car license here, but your car license somehow makes you qualified to ride a motorcycle. Does it? I'm pretty sure you still need the M license. Pretty sure you have to have the M license to drive a motorcycle, even if you have a G. If I was a driving instructor, deadass, I would take it very easy with new drivers. Let the driver learn how to grasp basic driving. Ross, why don't you become a driving instructor? That might be a job for you. Do you not have driving schools where you live? Thank you. You love driving, and you need a job. Become a driving instructor. Is that not a thing you can do? You still need the M license, but with your G, you can just tack the M to it. If you have the M license, you still need to do all the G step? Oh. So you have to do the M license and the M license test, but you don't need to do like the M1, M2, and then M. Yeah, like, dude, you love cars, and you worry about, you know, young people not knowing much about cars and how they work. You could take that as an opportunity to teach the kids you're teaching how to drive a little bit about cars so that they understand it. Maybe they'll find a new interest. It could be psychologically good for you, too. No, I have not seen Skylanders Academy at all. I don't even know what it is. It's ass backwards. If you can ride a motorcycle, you can drive a car well. If you can drive a car well, you'd probably still die on a motorcycle. I mean, they're both different kinds of vehicles. And honestly, like, cars are dangerous. Motorcycles are dangerous. Driving is dangerous. Put me on a horse, I'm fine. I'm good with a horse. As long as it doesn't jump. Yes, you do need more coordination and awareness on a bike. Manual, the anti-millennial device. I'm a millennial and all I've ever driven is a standard. I actually don't like all of the shifting. I think it's my ADHD brain doesn't like all of the extra stuff in between. We always hope that somebody will steal my brother's car so that he can get more money than we would get by selling it to the scrapyard. But nobody would ever steal his car because one, it looks like shit, and two, it's manual, and three, it's a station wagon. Just having a manual reduce car thefts by 30%, yeah. Well, yeah, like, our generation gets bashed a lot. It really sucks. All you had to do was ask, get my ski mask. I wouldn't want to get my friends in trouble. Besides, then if they found out, you know, this thing is recorded. If they found out, they'd be like, oh, you planned this. This is insurance fraud. Jail! I don't commit crimes. I only finish them. Welcome back. I was going to ask you, which is perfect timing. We have the blurred version and the unblurred version. So before I continue anymore, do you prefer the vignette or the no vignette? Quick, everybody hide! Yeah, zoomies get fucked too. Sorry, the flowers are on a separate layer. So we'll just turn the flowers off on one to be equal. Still need to fix up the color under the arms, the shadows. I also like the blurred version a lot more. Because then it brings more focus onto her too, and you're not trying to like look at the background. And that way I don't have to paint wood grain. It's faster. Alright, then I will continue with the vignette. She always needs more focus. Damn. So when are you gonna date her? Alright, let's turn the flowers back on. Thank you for the hydrate, Neff. In the streets. Okay, the horns would be impractical AF to sleep with, but then again, maybe someone born with them might figure out a way to sleep with them. I don't know. True. Oh, she's fine as long as she's laying on her back. Oh, so you are dating her. She is your girlfriend. Damn. Lucky guy. Sorry, I'm just retying my ponytail. I always describe my tieflings as though they fell asleep in a beanbag or pool donut. Bad for the neck, but the horns always get in the way. You just need really soft pillows. I would hate having the antlers or the horns on the sides. The ones on the top of my head, I don't mind so much. Because I like to like nuzzle into pillows and blankets and I sleep on my side. I am a pillow monster. I have a single bed, but I've got 5 pillows. Got 1 body pillow and 4 normal pillows, and I use all of them. I'm just snuggled into like a pillow nest. What about those old Japanese headrests? Yep, those would work too. When you're on your back, you can prop up your head with a pillow and it's just not poking them out. Yeah, for side sleepers, having antlers on the side of your head would be difficult. Like, the horns I have for my character, I can actually sleep in those horns. I somehow made them, like, super robust. I don't know what I did, but I made them super robust. The secret is lots of hot glue. Yes, she is, but during the first stream, there was another friend of ours in chat who didn't know yet, and this wasn't gonna be the way I let them find out. Ah, yes. Fair enough. Was that Fenrir? So is she part of the Copper Mercenaries, or like are you guys separate from Fenrir? Because I know Fenrir said he's in the Copper Mercenaries. Taka Makura. Because Makura is a pillow, so Taka Makura makes sense. He knows. You can never hide anything from him. Fair enough. Oh. he said something about the copper mercenaries. Okay, so Markishabund is something else. I hope I said that right. Markisha. Yeah, it should be right. I have a lot of trouble with German, even though it was my first language. I feel ashamed of myself. It was to protect intricate geisha hairstyles? Yeah, because they took hours to do. Such a reminiscence of a dream I had of being on some kind of space station with all kinds of species, be it human, yep. I like this idea of the Takamakura for horned species in fantasy D&D though, since it means the horns wouldn't get in the way. As a logical solution for such cultures. Yep. Is, yeah, well, it's the umlaut, so it's a long A, like a, like marked. Because I know it's like a double. So, like, the U with the umlaut is ooh. So, like, my apothecary shop, Lagruna, is, has an umlaut on the U. So it's Lagruna. Half the station for those breathing air, and the other section was for water-breathing species, section physical glass. I'll go about their business, nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, that would be cool. Do I speak French? I do not. I have a language learning disability. Oh. Okay, so it's Merkish. Like bear. That's the word I was looking for. Bear. Because that's bear in German. It's bear. Märkische. And then the Bund is actually Bund. Märkisch. Is it Kisha or Quiche? In Babylon 5, the station was partially split as well for species that breathed other stuff. Babylon 5 is a good series. I hope they like revisit it someday, because Like, it could use an update. You would think that the rookie by then would have been told, or like know as part of their job that that's the thing. Like you would think that they would know because it's part of their profession as maintenance crew that this station has this thing. Merkish. Merkish. No, Merkish? Struggle. I would have to hear it at least once. The problem is my Japanese is really good, so I tend to read things syllabically, the way the Japanese would. Knowing and experiencing different things, especially when you're biologically built to fluids hold breath. Well, yes. It could be his first time experiencing it, and then his brain does the panic thing, even though he knows it's breathable. It's like in The Abyss, where the guy has to go down, like, super deep to where, like, his suit needs to be filled with liquid that he can breathe. Which is an actual thing that we have. Yep, that fluid is real, and in that scene where they showed the rat being put into the fluid, they actually did that to the actual rat. I mean, it was filmed in the late 80s and 90s. The Abyss. The Abyss is an old movie. Check Discord. Merkishabut. Merkishabut. You have a good voice. Der Merkishabut. There we go. I appreciate that. Also, Fen used to be a mercenary, but that was before the split. Yeah, that's what I was asking. He said something about the Copper Mercenaries. Let me check. Oh, he said the Copper Mercenaries are little but a tight family, very supportive of one another, and that's all we mention in the Copper Mercenaries. Because he wanted to see the smut that I accidentally showed on stream. Okay. Yeah, because he was telling me he was a leader of a faction too. Or like a group, specifically. Neff, do you want to see the smut too? I can show you the smut if you want to see the smut. power flickered there? We haven't had a power flicker that I noticed. But hi, Kavach. How you doing? I hope you stay safe. He's one of the 5 ministers of the Märkisch Bund. Okay. One of the 5 ministers. Sounds. I want to make sort of like an encyclopedia. Snooth. Fair sooth, I boop with your snooth. Sorry. Enjoy your nap in the shade, Ezreal. We're gonna find someone to raid. As soon as I can find my Firefox here. Channel, mute tab. And who we gonna... There's an Evan! Writing anything down about Mythidia is a big task. Well, I definitely want to do, like, flora and fauna to start with, but I'm also trying to gather information on, like, all of the groups, because I just want to understand things. But yes, I want to understand the world better, and Nameless is just, like, inherently curious about everything, because he was basically locked inside for 700 years. Yes, the smut did apparently make quite an impression on Necromancer. Look, the smut has the clothes on now. Like, the layers have the clothes on. Making a wiki is always handy. Apparently there was a wiki, and then, the Orga had it shut down. No, I mean, like, a private encyclopedia. And it will belong to Asterium. Sometimes wonder maybe a little food out or just I mean, yes. That's expected. Less wiki, more compendium? No, literally an encyclopedia. Actually want to, like, bind it up as books. But yes, my Franz, we're off sailing to other waters. Thank you so much for coming today. We're back to raiding Evan. Our good Evan Blart. Our resident big boy artist. Real boy artist. So, my Franz, we're off sailing to other waters today. May you wash ashore in distant lands and find new adventures. Wherever you end up, whether it's Evans or somewhere else. Oh, we've got 9 viewers today. We were up at, like, what, 13 the other day? Fantastic. But yes, Franz, sailing now. And remember, I love you. Bye-bye.